Good afternoon. We're just a few minutes away from the start of this girls Division II and Division III soccer matchup. The Stowe Raiders at the U-32 Raiders, brought to you by CVTsport.net. Front by the attacker for Stowe. That is Sarah Haley, one of the team captains, only a junior. Played up and out the sidelines by the Raiders' Alexandria Piquel. Here's Haley again and cleared away nicely. Great play by Nora Wilcox. Wilcox, a senior defender for the Raiders. Kept in play by Ellie Ortiz again. Crossed in the middle. Clayton with a nice play forward. Pasco trying the kick around. Here's Emmy Marin. So it will be Parker Reeves in the goal for Stowe. Here's Clayton now with some time down the left side, looking ahead for Pasco. A little too much pace on that one. Looking forward, we may be joined by Mike Noyes, the U-32 boys varsity coach, at some point during this game. Help us call this one. Good first touch by Meredith Wilcox, only a sophomore for the Raiders. Ellie Ortiz with a good field reversal, looking down the far side at her teammate, Noah Leiden, played out of bounds. Nora Wilcox on that right defensive back spot. Very solid. Good challenge on the far side. That's Claire Wilson, a sophomore multi-sport athlete for the U-32 Raiders. Booming kick. That one by Noss. Coach Steve Town has to like what he has in Avery Noss. She's got a lot of experience, championship experience, playoff experience, and he knows he can trust her skill back at the sweeper spot for this U-32 Raider side. This ball intended on the near side. Looking for number 7, Isabel Donza, the junior outside midi. A little too much pace on that. Mash Curry, the junior defender, will step up to take the throw-in for U-32. Here's the throw, played out of bounds. Here's Marin with a nice throw, crosses into the middle, onto the foot of Haley. Haley with some nice moves, shot deflected by Greta Little. Little, another one of the U-32 juniors. Good ball reversal. On the far side, Wilson challenging. Oh, great cutback again by Haley. She's dangerous in that box. Clayton with a nice clear. Good step up by Avery Marshall, the junior back for Stowe. On the far side, it's Stefani, the junior forward, played out of bounds by the Stowe defense. Substitute, no, just a little player rotation. Wilcox coming to the near side, and Piquel going to the far side, getting ready for the throw-in. Ball went down to the field hockey field at this beautiful multi-sport facility here at U-32 High School. Here's Bailey again with a nice look forward. Good ball movement by Stowe. Ellie Ortiz again looking for Haley. She's quickly double, almost triple teamed, and the keeper comes out. I think that's Yvette Petrella, the defender last year, now playing goalkeeper for U-32. Booming punt. First touch by Stowe. This one cleared away. Nice ball forward by Zimmerman, one of the senior captains at that center back spot for Stowe. This one's going to have too much pace. Out of bounds, throw in U-32 Raiders. Clayton will take the throw. And the throw-in will be Marin. We've got a substitute checking in. It will be Ava Buchek, a freshman for Stowe. Nice step up by Orly Bryan. Stowe plays it back. Excellent challenge by Nora Wilk. Let's see who that is on the far side. That would be Stefani on the far side for U-32. Stowe comes away with it. Wilson with a nice clear. That was 14, actually, Pakel. So be a throw-in for U-32. Pakel with a throw-in. She gets it to Wilson. Wilson plays it back. Working the two-person game. Wilson and Mashkuri. Good ball control, good passing. This one intercepted by Sadie Wing, the senior midi for Stowe. Played out of bounds. Nice turn. That time by Mashkuri. Takeaway, though, by Stowe. Taken right back. Meredith Wilcox sends it forward to Mashkuri. A foot race down the right side. A lot of speed by Donza for Stowe. Keeps it in play. Coming back to help is Pasco. Mashkuri with a long ball forward, looking for her teammate Stefani. Racing after it, Avery Marshall, the junior back for Stowe. Stowe so good, so technical. And they have been for many years. Something about the water in Stowe. I don't know if it's the river running through town or what, but just a soccer town indeed. And there's a tough play. Wilson draws the foul. It's going to be a free kick for U-32. The Raiders sitting at 3-2 right now, the U-32 Raiders. Stowe at 5-1. I'll have to take a halftime look. I believe Stowe is playing out of Division III now. As I mentioned, basketball, they play Division IV. And so they rotate divisions in quite a few different sports. Isabel Parrish, a freshman forward, checks in for U-32. Great players in reserve. So they're going to stay fresh. And they will make a team run with their ball movement. That ball cleared out. Good hustle that time by Anna Ortiz. Can't get there quite in time, and it will be another throw-in for U-32. Throw in on the foot, Mashkuri. A nice cross. Bends its way over the end line, and it will be a goal kick for Stowe. Head coach Tyler Post for the Stowe Raiders. Steve Town for the U-32 Raiders. There's the goal kick, first touched by Stowe, but Mashkuri comes away with it, making her move down the middle, quickly challenged. Good help back that time by Ava Buchek. This one's going to go out of bounds on Stowe. The Raiders will get the throw in. Looks like Jen Clayton, the senior defender, will step up to take the throw for U-32. This one bounces off a U-32 leg. It's going to be a Stowe throw in. Emmy Marin, the freshman, will take the throw for Stowe. Good throw right on the foot of Andrus. Good through ball. Nice step up by Noss. Here's Meredith Wilcox. Looking for Mashkuri. Takeaway by Anna Ortiz. Strong defense by Marshall there. She comes away with it, sending it ahead. She finds Haley. Haley now guarded closely by Greta Little, crosses it into the middle, and the keeper, Yvette Petrella, is there for U-32. Ball on the far side, played by Piquel. There's that speedy attack by Haley. Crossed into the middle. Noss is there to deflect it away and clear it. That should have been a handball and is a handball. That one bounced up off the Stowe defender right up into her arm. So it'll be a free kick for U-32. No score here. Just over 27 minutes remaining in the first half. Noss with a nice boot forward. And we're going to get a push in the back, I believe, on Stowe. And another free kick. Noss will come up for a kick a little bit closer. This one almost in her range. We're going to see a surge of U-32 Raiders going at this one as Noss takes the kick. And it's a good one on goal, a short hop, but well played by Parker Reeves. Reeves will take the punt. First touch by U-32. Excellent trap by Mashkuri. Looking ahead to Wilcox. Wilcox looks down the wing to Pasco. Tipped out of bounds by the Stowe defender. Jen Clayton, the senior defender, will come up for the throw. Looks for Pasco. Pasco with a nice cross. Nobody's there. She follows her pass in. Mashkuri's there to keep it in play. Clayton tries to head it back in. Here's Wilcox. Working with Clayton. Into the middle. That 50-50 ball. Good hustle by Buchek. On the far side to Anna Ortiz. Ortiz being challenged by Isabel Parrish. Here's Wilson for U-32 to Mashkuri in the middle. Mashkuri with a cross, and it's into the box. The keeper's coming out. Pasco's after it, but Reeves gets there first. Here's Reeves with the punt away. Cleared almost to midfield. Mashkuri gets first touch. Good challenge that time by Nora Wilcox. Ball ahead, Parrish going strong after it. Battling with Avery Marshall, the left back, or left midi for Stowe. Oh, coming away with it, drawing the foul, Isabel Parrish. And this will be another free kick for U-32. Parrish was showing some excellence there in those 50-50 balls, challenging takeaways and getting some space. Got taken down hard there. Coach Steve Town is going to come out. And this clock is going to stop. And don't want to see Parrish hurt. I liked what we were seeing out of the freshman early from U-32. They certainly can use that type of attack skill and her intensity on the 50-50 balls. Walking off under her own power, that's always a good sign. We like to see that. So the restart should be a free kick for U-32. We'll see what the officials do. They're chatting about it. I'm guessing they're making sure they get it right. But certainly on a takedown foul, it shouldn't be that drop 50-50 ball. It should be the free kick continued for U-32. And it looks like Pasco will come up and take this one. It's in the scoring range, so you want your dangerous left-footed striker up there to take it. Here's Pasco with a shot and glides over the crossbar. So good effort, good attempt by U-32. Reeves will take the goal kick for the Raiders of Stowe. Booming goal kick, almost to midfield. Meredith Wilcox is there, passes it back to Noss. Noss looking forward. And this one tipped out of bounds by a Stowe defender. Good step up that time. I think it was Avery Marshall, the junior left back for Stowe, making the play. Piquel will take the throw in for U-32, looking for Wilson. This one knocked out of bounds again by Stowe. Here's Noss to Wilson. Wilson turns the corner. Right in her pocket, though, is Marshall. Wilson gets some space. Around one defender. Well played that time by Ellie Zimmerman. You can see why she's one of the team captains on Stowe. Wilson very athletic, very fast, and Zimmerman stayed right with her and was able to dispossess her. Nora Wilcox with a good play, a little contact. This one's going to go against Stowe again. Raiders getting the good share of the whistles, and Stowe, as a championship team, knows how to push it right to the edge. On playing physical, playing tough, playing strong. They're not going to back down. Here's Noss serving it up into the middle. This one gets through. Meredith Wilcox looking for Pasco. Great turn and takeaway that time by the defender for Stowe. It's Marin again. Here's Stowe on the counterattack. Nora Wilcox plays it out of bounds. And it's going to be another whistle against Stowe. Cloutier came in and she was pretty clean with the body. I call them the chicken wings. When the arms go up and the elbows away from the body, you make contact. That's when the official has no choice but to call it. They want to keep it clean. Here's Wilcox now, making a move. Off to the near side, working with Clayton. Two-person game, Pasco. She wanted Clayton on the overlap, but Clayton zigged when Pasco wanted her to zag. This will be a throw-in for Stowe. Onto the foot of Cloutier. Skirting the line, still in, still in, still in, finally out. It's going to be a Raider throw-in. Clayton will step up to take it. Certainly getting the autumn crisp feel in the air today on this September 23rd matchup of girls soccer. And a young keeper in Petrella. Wasn't quite sure whether to come out or not. She came out at just the right time and picked that one up. We have five Stowe substitutes getting ready to come in. They're going to keep that team fresh. Coach Post has faith in his bench, and he's going to definitely get those reserves in there to try to wear this U-32 Raider team down. We saw the Stowe Raider boys come to town and take on U-32 in just an epic soccer match last Wednesday. 1-0 overtime on a spectacular Stowe Raider goal with just under a minute left in the first overtime. Pasco weaving through defenders and finally tipped away, and there's Zimmerman again. I think the same faith that Coach Town has in Noss, Coach Post has in Zimmerman. Zimmerman's got the senior leadership and a lot of skill, a lot of technical ability out there to make the play when you need her. Ball kept in. Here's Gianni into the middle. Cloutier now making a move. She's got space. Looking forward. Looking to get it on Haley's foot. And it goes over the end line. Goal kick U-32. This should be the wave of Stowe Raiders coming in. 2, 18, 7, 8, and 3. So we've got Ryan Leiden, Donza, Sigler, a freshman, coming in. So 5 substitutes for the Stowe Raiders. Here's Noss. Nice goal kick. First touch by U-32, but played in by Stowe. Ooh. And Clayton got ball first on that. Though the Stowe defender attacker went down, it was ball first, so it was clean. Piquel plays this off a Stowe defender on the far side, and she will win the throw-in. being pressured there by Noel Leiden, the junior. Left midi for the Stowe Raiders. Ball around the U-32 zone. Piquel taps it out. Smart play. Get it out of there and let your defense get reset. I used to play attacker or striker, and nothing I hated more than when you were putting pressure on and a defender just sent it out of bounds when you were trying to make your approach. Here's a shot. That one by Orly Bryan, but Petrella is there to make the scoop. Here's Petrella with a nice punt to midfield. First touch by Stowe. Pasco has it. She's got space, and she's dangerous in space. Could not get by that Stowe defender, who I believe was Sigler. On the counterattack, Cloutier now. Wilcox gets it away. Mash Curry. Played in nicely by Zimmerman. Here's Clayton for U-32. Meredith Wilcox with a good 50-50 challenge. Battling out there is Buchak, though. Here's Pasco, spaced down the left side. Morin right on her tail. Pasco uses her body, tries to get the shot off, but Zimmerman's there again. Oh, wait a minute, that might have been Biederman, number 8, not number 9, Zimmerman. On the far side, Bryan battling with Little for U-32. Cleared up the line. Here's Sigler now. And 2 U-32 Raider subs coming in. It looks like Nashe Stefani will come in, and Blakely Hoffman, senior defender, will check in. Hoffman will be playing that right wing, it looks like. Right midfield, I imagine. Here's the play ahead, Cloutier. Played away nicely. That one by Nora Wilcox. This one played over the sideline. That was Zimmerman. Good throw in by Wilson down the line. Ball sent into the middle, but Reeves is there for the pickup. It would have been Sylvia Emmons who's checked into the game for U-32, making that play. Number 1, I believe. Yes, it was. Here's Wilcox looking for Emmons. Emmons with a nice play out on the far side to Piquel. Mike Noyes coming fresh from soccer practice, who will be joining us in a minute. And then the far side, the throw-in will be taken by Piquel. Nice play by Biederman. Here's a roster right there if you need it. There you go. This one is scooped up by Petrella. Petrella will punt it clear, a good punt all the way to midfield. Long ball ahead, Nora Wilcox making the play, being challenged by Iris Cloutier. And no ball person, so good hustle by the coaching staff and the bench, and some fans on that side to get them the ball quickly for the throw-in. Here's Cloutier, and this one goes off a Stowe Raider foot. Piquel will take the throw for U-32. Looking ahead for Emmons. We're certainly hoping to see the return of Isabel Parrish went down with that shake-up injury, and she was doing really good stuff here in the first. This one cleared away. That is Biederman. Welcome, Mike, and glad to have you here. How was practice?
Oh, it was wonderful.
And coming off a great match against this Stowe Raider boys team, really an epic match. Overtime, 1-0 final, didn't come out on top, but boy, that was a fun match to watch.
Yeah, I was proud of the way the boys played. They held their own. We made some mistakes, but you know, we're going to learn from it.
Yeah, certainly the pace of that game compared to your first four opponents shot up about 2 gears, I would say, as a trucker. You know, it definitely was in the 4th and 5th gear as opposed to 2nd and 3rd like the previous 4 matches. But I think once they got acclimated to it, we saw some good stuff.
Yeah, definitely the pace of play was a little bit quicker than what we were, seeing the first 4 times. But they responded well. They came out and played hard.
You know, and I'd also have to say that your first real challenge for your defense, real significant challenge. I was impressed with Dylan Hinchliff. Boy, he really shined when he had a tough attack from Stowe in that one. I would have given him our man of the match, I think. He was everywhere he needed to be.
Yeah, I thought he played well. I thought Finn Lowe actually played really well, too, complimenting them, the 2 center backs.
It's going to be a tough hole to fill next year when they both graduate.
Let's not talk about it.
Okay, let's not. Well, this Raider girls team has surprised me. Winning their first 3 games, they had 2 of their tougher opponents this year. 3 right in a row. Stowe's one of their toughest, Harwood and Montpelier. Dropped 3-1 matches to Harwood and Montpelier, but played well, really, in those 2, and some significant victories early in their first 3 matches. So I think Coach Steve Town has them playing to their best, and even though they lost some very effective players from the last couple years, they look good this year. The young players are really stepping up. One of the players is Pasco as she crosses it into the middle.
Oh, what a ball.
Oh, beautiful. Nobody there coming from the weak side. I always call that far post just free gift land. If you want to do a sprint, always make it to the far post, and you never know what good things could happen to you.
Absolutely. That was a great ball by Nashe. Was that Nashe?
Far side. Yeah, you're right. It's Maya Pasco, number 9 on the far side.
Yeah. Maya played a great ball. Hoping somebody gets on the other end of that.
Here's Haley, and she's tough. Oh, it's a kick save. Dangerous rebound. Still in front of the net.
Oh.
Kicked over, and a great opportunity for Stowe. And there you go, that far post, weak side, coming in strong for Stowe and getting a great opportunity was Noel Leiden.
Yeah, it was a great initial save right there. And, a little toe poke and another save. And, well, dodged a bullet there. It
was actually Isabel Donza. I couldn't see her ponytail was in the way of her number, but it was Donza coming in for that strong one. And Petrella's done a great job in goal for U-32. It's her first year playing goalkeeper, but I think that play right there is why a field player moving to keeper, playing with her feet instead of falling on it, and that's something that'll come as the season progresses, I imagine.
Yeah, that's something new. We had the same issue last year with a field player turning into a keeper. Did a great job, but your first instinct is, as a field player, is not to use your hands. So,
Mash Curry comes back in for U-32. And we've got Ellie and Anna Ortiz coming in along with Emily Gianni for Stowe.
I was talking with Coach Town, and he called this the gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
Running the gauntlet with these games with Harwood, Montpelier, Stowe.
And I haven't checked it. Is Stowe playing? The girls play D, and I'm okay with Stowe moving. They moved down to D2 for 2 years in a row, but back up to D3 now. So that's one less top-level opponent you have to worry about on your march for a playoff run this year.
Yeah, for the boys, absolutely. They in fact, the JV squad pulled up some 8th graders to fill a team. Doesn't look like numbers are a problem with this Stowe team, though. They got quite a bench over there.
Great bench, yeah, outstanding bench. Stowe is a soccer town. I was saying it earlier in the broadcast here. They love their soccer, and they have to You know, they keep it in the town, too. You know, a lot of clubs, you see players splitting up, going to different clubs, all the way up to Burlington. I think Stowe, right up through their feeder program, sticks together. So right up through even U18s for both boys and girls.
Yeah, and they have that the Vermont United Academy up there. Brian Buchek put together, the former Stowe coach.
And that's not only showing for Stowe, that's showing for People's Academy as well.
Absolutely, who had a nice little 2-2 draw on the boys' side with Montpelier, first game of the season.
And that's a feather in Division III team's cap. Oh, excellent play that time, and Noss is there. So reliable back at that center back spot for U-32. And here's Haley, and finally gets deflected away. I think that's Greta Little making the play for U-32.
She is tenacious.
Yeah, and, you know, I've only seen the girls play a couple times, but I really do see a lot more positive energy on the field than we may have seen last year. A lot of stars. Oh, and there's a shot, and it's off the side of the foot, out of bounds. Good thought. Deflected, perhaps. And it will be the first corner kick for Stowe.
U-32 did a good job there. They have eight or nine players behind the ball on that. Was able to deflect that.
Orly Bryan, the senior, will take the corner for Stowe. Looks like she's going to take it left-footed to curl it in on net and head it away.
Well
I
done.
think it was Wilson. It was. Still trouble as Sigler is working it into the middle. They want to keep it off Haley's foot if they can help it. She's the super fast striker up there for Stowe, and dangerous score. This one over Noss. There's Haley, and coming out. Great job that time by Petrella. And will Haley get the whistle?
She's going to get a card out of this.
A little too much impact on the challenge on the keeper, and Petrella did that one right, Mike.
Yeah, great job keeping her body squared up, taking the hit. Still gets the card.
So it will be Noss taking the free kick, and free kick fouls have been about 9-0 in favor of U-32 in this one. Stowe not afraid to mix it up a little bit. They play a firm, physical, clean game of soccer, but they're going to let you know they're there. And we saw it in the boys' game too. They know how to use their body.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're getting better at it for sure. These girls are tough. I'll tell you. It's fun watching them play, watching them grow from last season.
There's Wilson getting first touch on that free kick. Some played out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Stowe. It will be Anna Ortiz. Now on the far side, it's Cloutier. Nice cross into the middle. Clayton is there. And good job by Clayton getting that second touch on after a long first touch.
Yeah, she did a great job holding that space rather than stepping all the way out to that winger.
Here's Mash Curry now with a nice takeaway. Looking for the overlap there. It didn't come. Throwing for Melise Siegler. And Wilson has switched sides of the field to the left midi spot here. Oh, there's a nice shot, but Petrella is there, and a great blast by Avery Marshall. Keep him low, keep him on target, and see what happens with the rebound.
Yeah, I think U-32 is okay giving up those 18, 19-yard shots. It's when they get a little deeper that they get nervous.
Certainly we've seen the Raiders, with that traffic. I call it with traffic in the goal boxes when they get themselves in trouble. And again, that's not necessarily only the keeper, but a young group of backs and a new keeper. So the near side challenging is Stefani for U-32. Stowe will make you work. Working around the back, here's Sigler again. Wilcox with a nice step up. Coming away with it, Ellie Ortiz. And as much as U-32 wants to keep the ball off Haley's foot, Stowe wants to keep the ball off Maya Pasco's foot. Both very good goal scorers for their respective sides.
Yeah, Maya is quick. She's energetic. She can strike with both feet. She's an impressive player.
Nice ball by Mash Curry looking for Pasco. Marin making the run. Marin working against Pasco. Pasco with a takeaway. And just wide right of the net.
Yeah, that shot was probably a little bit too far out. I think she'd rather have that one come back, maybe make that a cross.
You know, somebody with her speed too, you know, taking the one-on-one extra dribble, maybe not directly at the goal, but getting an angle on it can be a good idea. Reeves will take the goal kick for Stowe. In the middle, first touch by Mash Curry. Stowe comes away with it. Here's a through ball. Noss in a foot race against Bryan. Coming away with it is Ellie Ortiz. Ortiz splits a couple defenders, and Wilcox with a nice clear. We've seen a couple slips today. Is the pitch getting a little chopped up from football and soccer, or how's the pitch looking right now, Mike?
Yeah, it's a little bit soft. If you look across in front of the visitors' bench, you can see where they're doing their dynamic stretching, and they've rutted it up pretty good. It stays pretty wet over there, and along this side too. It's not too bad in the middle of the field.
We've had a lot of rain here after a drought summer. We've had 2 weeks of monsoon.
Yeah.
Ball into the middle, 50-50 ball. Coming away with it is Emmons for U-32. Emmons, one of the freshmen on the team. Here's Sarah Haley on the far side for Stowe. Crosses into the middle. Piquel knocks it away. Here's Haley again. And Raiders, they're double teaming her quickly, aren't they, Mike?
Yeah, they jump back there just to keep numbers behind the ball. Did a great job there.
Here's Marin on goal, but easy one for Petrella to pick up. Good boot by Petrella. Pasco working against Marin. Here's Haley crossing into the middle, working the two-person game with Nieberman on that side. No, Biederman, sorry. Clayton with a nice touch. Gianni with a throw-in. So tipped out of bounds off Stowe. Got a sub checking in. And it's Clara Wilson after a very short break. A good stint from the freshman Sylvia Emmons. So I liked Emmons. I liked what we saw out of Isabel Parrish before she went down in a collision as well. So a couple quality freshmen coming up for the U-32 Raider girls over the next few years.
Oh, yeah, and there's a couple more down on JV right now that he has come up once in a while.
Here's Wilson, and you could see how she went at that ball a little gingerly over in front of the bench. It's soft. She knew she wasn't going to have her footing to plant that time, so she kind of tiptoed up to it to tap it forward. Got it going in the right direction. Sun goes over the sideline.
Yeah, I'd like having Maya over there on that with her wet footing, that she can kind of dictate what she wants to do, and with her speed, I think that's a good play. They're just having trouble getting it to her.
And I think Stowe probably has a pretty good scouting report, knowing that they don't want her to have it either. So that's going to be the first half. No score. A little reminiscent of the boys' game just a couple days ago.
Let's hope it turns out different.
We're going to take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. It's Mike Noyes, Carl Parton, and our cameraman, Kenneth Brusso. 0-0 here. Raiders versus Raiders, the battle of the Raider name, Stowe versus U-32. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Noel W. Johnson, locally owned, offering home, auto, and business insurance. Whatever you need, just call Noel. Noel Johnson Insurance on 119 River Street in Montpelier. You can reach them by phone at 223-7735 or check them out online, nwjinsurance.com. This game is made possible by the Barry Montpelier Times-Argus, www.timesargus.com, with award-winning sports and news journalists located on 47 North Main Street, Suite 200 in Barry, Vermont. You can reach them at 479-0191. The Barry Montpelier Times-Argus is real local news that matters to Central Vermonters. Central Vermont's newspaper of record. That's www.timesargus.com.
Mark and I worked at Barrytown Elementary School when we were in college. We're both very family-oriented and community-driven.
Barry has a special place in our heart, obviously being our hometown.
When I met Mark and Ruben, they were college grads. 7 years later, they manage over 750 units in Vermont. In their spare time, they give back to the people they grew up with.
There are people in our community who are battling childhood cancer. This organization doesn't just financially fund their hospital bills. We actually help them out with the day-to-day expenses.
Local business owners, local community members, just a lot of local people that are congregating to help raise a lot of money for these families.
In small towns everywhere across America, this story gets repeated over and over. Local businesses coming together to support their friends, neighbors, and customers.
Our priorities and the bank's priorities align. We're all trying to make the community a better place.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of local area high school sports. If your team or business needs assistance in designing the perfect look, give them a call. Whether you're looking for a one-color tee, shirt design, or multicolor designs on your garments, Tournament Specialties can help. They do professional embroidery work also. If you don't have an existing logo, no problem. They will help you create an embroidered logo from concept to completion and can stitch on everything from shirts to jackets to duffel bags and blankets. Jeff and his crew take pride in their quality work and guarantee your happiness. Tournament Specialties also offers online storefronts. If your company or team is looking for a great fundraising opportunity, Tournament Specialties can help with no upfront risk to the organization and no minimum order requirements. Give them a call today to inquire. Jeff Apfel of Tournament Specialties on 64 Cherrywood Drive, Barry, Vermont. Reach them at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com, 802-272-7572.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
And I think they've had some success with the long through ball to Pasco running on when they can get that one-on-one or even one-on-two with the rear defense.
Yeah, the problem is Stowe's keeping four girls back, so it ends up being a 1v3 at times.
Yeah, very steady back line. They're not getting out of their shape very easily. Here's Leiden. Nice field switch for the Stowe Raiders. Through ball, nice deflection by Wilcox. Here's a high one, and this one may be one of those you come out for, maybe not, but Noss is there to knock it away. Played back in by Leiden. Here's Meredith Wilcox. Good left-footed ball forward onto the foot of Mash Curry. Mash Curry now looking for Pasco.
Yeah, and I think that's what they want to do. Get that ball through the midfield and then work it to Pasco.
Pasco unleashed that one a little long. I'd like to, again, maybe she knows about how stout this Stowe defense is, and I think I saw that in the boys' game too. You know, it was a little quicker pace. Some of the wingers kind of got rid of it a little quick and off target. But certainly, when you play good defense, you challenge the ball quickly. You don't give people time to breathe. It makes the attackers rush a little bit.
Absolutely.
Petrella comes out. You got to know those blue lines here at U-32. They're fine and tough to see from where we are, but I think the keepers know that they're just inside the 12-yard line there of the football field.
There's another double team on Maya, not letting her have any space.
Good pressure by Wilcox on the far side on Donza, not letting her turn. Played out of bounds. It will be a Stowe throw-in. So, Mike, we're doing the Montpelier game here with commentators, and I'm pretty excited Rich Hinchliff is going to be doing color commentary. So,
oh, excellent.
Rich has the outstanding, tell you about it in a second. Here's a chance for Stowe, one-on-one. Wilcox battling up front. Here's the move, here's the shot, and it's saved by Petrella. Great shot that time by Orly Bryan, but right into the stomach of Petrella. So Rich has that great British accent. He's really going to lend some credence to our broadcast, I think.
I'll have to watch that on replay.
Here's a nice shot from distance. Short hops the keeper, but Reeves makes the play. Well, I want to say Reeves, but let's make sure they didn't switch keepers on us. It looks like number 17.
That last scoring attempt, Nora Wilcox did a great job. She got turned around, but she did a great job on a recovery run, just getting enough to get in her way and force kind of a rush shot that went right to the keeper.
Good play forward. Here is Bryan again, and Wilcox is there with her, knocks it out over the end line. It's going to be a corner kick for the Stowe Raiders. I was really wondering, I think Steve Town has done a great job with this group, but losing Lauren Town and Alyssa Frazier from last year's team, two big contributors, I was a little concerned, but I really like the looks of the young players coming in to fill those spots for U-32.
Yeah, they have a lot of speed on this team. A lot of speed. I mean, Lauren Town was a really quick player, obviously, and Frazier was just a beast out there. But they got a lot of speed up front, even in the back too, with Greta Little. Girl can fly.
Played over the sideline. It will be a Stowe throw. I'm going to have to get you your field glasses for the far side. It's a beautiful field, but we're so far away, Mike. It's pretty hard, especially those night games. It's guess on the far side who has the ball.
Nice collection by the keeper. Good 40-yard punt.
Yeah, you'll take that. You know, it's enough to clear it out and get it to safety. Maybe not where Moore was able to boot it last year for the girls' team, but Not too shabby. Oh, here's a nice takeaway. Here's a chance in the box. Here's the shot, near post. Blocked away by Reeves, but outstanding shot by Nisha Stefani.
That was great individual effort. Turned her player twice. Little toe poke into the near corner. Just missed. Great save.
Looks like Pasco is going to take the corner kick. The left footer for the Raiders. And SNG, side net goal. We hate to see them, especially on corner kicks.
Yeah, it's pretty mucky over there. I'm sure she had trouble with her footing.
That is the low spot there, isn't it? The drainage spot for the football field at that corner.
We call it drainage for the soccer field around here.
Here's Wilson now. A nice play back. Onto the foot of Piquel. Here's Haley. Haley turns on the Jets. And good play staying with her. Kirsten, was that Pecor, number 7? No, that was actually
that's Greta Little.
Greta Little, yeah. Nice deflection away by Noss. Piquel comes back and helps out and clears that one up the sideline.
Yeah, it looks like they're man marking Haley with the speedster Greta Little.
Tough duty, but it's definitely the difference between perhaps a win and a loss if she can keep Haley in check.
Now she's going to follow her all over the field.
I played that in college the one year, or a couple games where we called it the monster, where you just, or the shadow, where you stayed within arm's length of the dangerous scorer for the other team. Here's another move by Stefani. She's pretty nifty with her footwork in there in traffic. Here's Wilson now. It would frustrate a good attacker when you were that close to them and talking to them and
oh, absolutely.
having your hand on their back sometimes.
Yeah, and she's already carrying a yellow card, so maybe they're just trying to be a thorn in her side, and maybe she makes a mistake. And
Buchek goes down limping. She gets off the field under her own power, but that's not good news for Stowe. She's a very effective midfielder. And I think they'll probably play this as a drop, and U-32 will play it classy and just give Stowe the free kick. I wasn't sure if the keeper could pick that up or not in that situation, but
she can, because it's a drop ball into the area, so it's free to pick up.
I don't think I would have taken a chance, but she knew the rules better than I did, so good play. Here's Donza now down the right side. Clayton guarding her closely, not letting her turn. Donza crosses into the middle. Noss is there again, not cleared out totally. Here's a deflection and a good job by Petrella. That was one of those dangerous balls we were talking about, Mike, where U-32 has had some trouble this year.
Yeah, ball came across. Wilcox hit it. It just went right into another U-32 defender, and luckily the goalie was there to pick it up.
In foosball, you have to put your legs up on your front men to clear that one out. On the far side, Stowe with a nice through ball forward. Onto the foot of Leiden. Leiden now trying to reverse fields. Piquel in her pocket. Here's Wilson with a nice touch. And great hustle that time by Ellie Ortiz to catch back up to Wilson. Wins the throw-in.
Yeah, she wanted Stefani to get up the field and play that out wide to her.
Anna Ortiz and Emily Gianni check in for Stowe. It looks like Amanda Gurley, the sophomore right winger, will come in. Here's Haley. And a good look forward. Wilcox deflects it away on that through ball. On the near side, Piquel Closely guarded by Anna Ortiz, who's just checked into the game. Ortiz with a nice cross. In the middle, Wilcox is there. And great play by Nora Wilcox to clear that one away.
Yeah, great defending there, right in the middle of the field. If she turns that, we're in trouble.
Wilcox was on the roster on the championship team from a couple years ago and didn't get a lot of time then, but you know, she paid her dues, and now she's a key component to this U-32 Raiders girls defense.
Absolutely. They rely on that senior center back.
Wilcox with another nice play. Here's Cloutier now. Noss dispossesses her. Noss staying with it. Noss was a starter on that championship team from a couple years back. This one down into the field hockey pitch. You'll see no goals on the field hockey field. They are resurfacing that, getting that tighter fairway feel to it to make it better for better drainage for field hockey this next coming season.
Well, they deserve it. They're a good club, and that field's been a long time coming, and I can't wait to get back our field.
Yeah, definitely. What do we have? 6 soccer teams? Eight soccer teams here at U-32, all battling for a couple fields, and that's a nice stop by Petrella. Keeps it in bounds and contains. First touch by Stowe. Kick back played to Ellie Ortiz. Here's the reversal. A nice cutback by Anna Ortiz. Plays it back onto the foot of Biederman. Biederman with a nice field reversal. Always dangerous when you start piecing those passes together. This one into Petrella.
Yeah, and that was a nice scoring opportunity they had there. Started with the freshman Ann Ortiz. Really nice play. Knocked that ball around.
Here's Wilson looking ahead to Gurley. Played out to the sideline and kept in. Deflected off the defender. A great play by Julia Biederman. Avery Marshall will take the throw in for Stowe. Onto the foot of Ortiz. And this one's going to go over the sideline. This really is shaping up to a little deja vu. The U-32 girls are hoping it doesn't go into an OT loss, but excellent defense, skillful play by both sides. Really tenacious defense, not allowing much for good looks, either direction. Here's a good long through ball. Noss is there first. She's going to play it back to Petrella. Sent long ahead to Piquel. Picked up by Ellie Ortiz.
There's a lot of confidence there to play that ball back to the keeper, knowing she's a field player and can play with her feet just fine.
Good step up. This one goes over the sideline. Great step up by Avery Marshall, though, out of that left back spot. Meredith Wilcox looking ahead. Long through ball to Pasco. Cleared away nicely by Stowe's defense. Here's Mash Curry now. Looking ahead. Biederman's there to get first touch. Wilcox with a long clear. This one's going to go over the sideline. Morin will take the throw.
Stowe's having a tough time getting it to their player Haley, with Greta Little marking her out.
Here's Pasco with some open field, trying to get past a couple defenders. Her cutback and well defended. Is that Biederman again? Yes, it was. Here's Haley. Nice cutback. Little right there in her pocket, and you can see Little's speed. She's staying with Haley. Nice cross into the middle. Tapped away, and Wilcox with a great defensive play on Cloutier. Here's Haley again, and Little taps it away. Oh, here's a shot over the crossbar. Great attempt, maybe one of the better chances for Stowe in the second half.
Yeah, that started with the build-up, getting it to Haley. We just called her number saying she hadn't been getting the ball, and sure enough, she got down the sideline. Greta stayed with her, and
if that had gone in, I would have told Coach Town, you gave the commentator jinx, not me. And here's Haley again. She's starting to pick up the pace, and they've caught her a few times in the last few minutes here, and she makes things happen. Here's Marin, the far side, trying to get it into the middle, deflected by Meredith Wilcox. Looking long down the sideline, Pasco making the run onto it. And cleared away nicely by Zimmerman. No, that's number 6. That's Tilgner. Throw in for U-32. Clayton out of that left back spot. I think over the last few years, I've grown to realize how important that left back spot really is. So many teams, are right-footed and will attack down the sideline. Having somebody with speed, skill, and technique there, that can kind of get things started and create on the counterattack is pretty important.
yeah, absolutely. And we've been fortunate on the boys' side to have some great left backs over the years, including the coach's son, Patrick Town.
Oh, that's right. I do remember Patrick.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah. Now we have a special player there, a sophomore, Noah Kopsko. 80-minute player.
Yeah, strong. He's one of the kids, we talked about at halftime, he's one of the kids that's really good in the air too, very confident and fearless in the air, which is also vital for that back spot.
Oh, absolutely.
Corner kick clearer. Good play in the middle. For Stowe, here's the look ahead, right onto the boot of Haley. Haley with the overlap coming from Ortiz, I believe. It is. Anna looking back for Haley, and this one knocked away.
Greta staying with her mark. She's going to be there for the next 21 minutes, I'll bet.
Haley might respect her, but she's not going to like her after this game. Oh, here's Haley with a chance around the corner, but Wilcox is there again to tip it away. Good physical play that time by Ortiz, bouncing Piquel off the ball. Piquel back. Here's Ortiz again. Nice cross into the middle. Here's a blast, and this one goes high over the net. Ellie Ortiz that time with the shot.
Yeah, that was a great little spin move by the younger Ortiz, and getting that into the middle, laid it off, just went high.
I always love seeing these, connections, cousins, sisters, brothers playing out there together, and you wonder how much backyard soccer and combat they underwent to get to where they are today. That's where you get toughened up.
Absolutely.
Backyard sibling soccer is like the street ball of soccer.
Yeah.
I can tell you Zach Parton, who plays for you, his older sister beat him up pretty good coming up through in backyard goal one-on-one soccer.
Oh yeah, I had 3 brothers. We were all a year apart, so we know all about that. And I was the 3rd, so I took the brunt of the punishment.
You were tough as leather then by the time you were 12.
I just got beat up a lot.
Here's a nice overlap play for Stowe. A bit of a miss kick there. Stowe on the far side. It's Gianni with a cross into the middle, and Petrella is there. Haley was making her run onto the ball, so great play by Petrella.
sun might become a factor right here. It's been cloudy the entire last 3 days, and that sun's right in her face.
You can see the shadows coming directly into the net off Petrella, and even looking forward to try to see an open teammate to make the punt to. She was shielding her eyes. That's where you need the cool volleyball Oakleys or the little goalie cap.
Yeah.
Here's Marshall now. You really don't have to worry about sun much by the time it hits October in Vermont soccer, but it's definitely a factor right now. Good battle on the far side. That's Emily Pulsiford, the freshman defender who's checked into the game for the Raiders and Coach Town.
Another one of those young freshman two-way players that goes on the JV side sometimes comes up here depending on the need.
Onto the foot of Wilson. Wilson plays it back. Long boot ahead by Noss. This one goes over the sideline. So, Mike, refresh my memory. Is it a semi-new rule, regular season overtime? They don't do it in October, do they? Because, I mean, you're not going to have daylight for a 4 o'clock game in late October or even mid-October.
Oh, it's the same.
Overtime.
Yep, same rules apply. It's golden goal in the regular season, and in the playoffs you'll play 2-10s.
2-10s, and it's not golden goal. Oh, here's a chance. Oh, and there's a whistle off the end line. So in the playoffs, it is golden goal still.
It is not.
It is not.
It is not
okay.
golden goal.
And now in regular season, do you go to PKs or just the 2-10s or the golden goal?
Just the golden goal.
Okay.
No PKs in the regular season.
Okay.
So we could be in for some free soccer here.
Well, when a game is this closely contested, it's fun for the fans.
I know who it's not fun for. A little anxiety building up over on the sidelines, I'm sure, from the older people over there.
Coaches keep a med kit and might have some Tums in it, you're saying? Ulcers are part of the coaching job, I believe. That's why I moved to the broadcast booth and got away from the sidelines.
Well, you're a lot smarter than I am.
It's safer too. The only parents that are angry at me are the ones who I mispronounce their child's name. And the officials usually don't mind me as long as I take it easy on them, or don't say their name at very least.
Officials are doing a good job today.
Yeah, you know, when you don't notice the officials, that means they're doing great.
Absolutely.
And that might have been a little politics from Coach Mike Noyes too, in case he gets these guys later in the season.
Yeah, I don't know who these two are. I can't see that far.
Nice throw in by Morin.
A little bit of space there. Cleared away by Greta.
You know, it takes a keen soccer eye and maybe a coach's eye to notice what a job Greta Little is doing right now out there. You know.
Absolutely, she's letting her receive the ball. She's not going to foul her, or she's going to try not to foul her. And she can receive the ball, but as long as she can't turn and be dangerous, that's going to work. That's going to work for her.
Yeah, contain and make her pass it off.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like a great scorer in basketball. Make them pass it and make somebody else hurt you, not the prime threat.
Absolutely. And part of the problem is they have a lot of threats out there, though.
Very true. They've definitely put up a lot of goals this season in their 5-1 record, averaging close to over 5 goals a game in that 6-game stretch. Their only loss was to Spalding, who's Coach Rob Moran has the Spalding girls looking very good this year. A good athletic senior class. Went to the basketball championship last year with a lot of those same athletes, but Spalding really, out of what's been difficult. Here's a shot, and it's a goal! Great strike. And that one by number 8, Julia Bitterman, coming up.
Now she left alone right at the top of the box.
On it, but not enough. That was just blasted. Low, hard. That's where keepers really don't like to try to go get it. It's. So Stowe takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, they let her alone at the top of the box. She was unmarked. It looked like that was Haley that laid that off to her. Just like we said, it's not going to be Haley. It's going to beat them, but they got a lot of other threats.
And, we talked about how Stowe is playing pretty conservative with their back line. But Zimmerman did move up from what I would say is the center defensive midi spot that time, and maybe caught U-32 off guard coming up for that one. Here's another chance. And great hustle back that time by Pulsifer to track down the Stowe attacker. Haley battling through 3 U-32 defenders.
A little flurry of activity here in the home 18.
And we've seen U-32 give up goals in spurts too in the last couple games. Certainly in the last couple minutes of the Montpelier game, gave up a couple quick ones in a row.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. 29 seconds left.
Leiden's going to get called for that one. It was a combination. I call it, again, the chicken wings. You can hit somebody with a shoulder, but when your elbow comes away from your body and it makes contact, it's going to get whistled almost every time.
Yeah, easy call for the official anytime you lift your arm.
So can the Raiders find something here on the attack and get a look at Stowe? This one played back. Biederman with a nice clear forward, and there's some space. Pulsifer closes in on it quickly. Morin traps it right down. And good challenges by, actually that was Leiden, traps it right down. Molly Bryan ahead as well, and it's going to be a U-32 throw-in. Pasco and Meredith Wilcox back into the game for U-32. Iris Cloutier back in for Stowe. And we were talking Spalding, really a resurgent program. They went from bottom of the division to a team that is a threat this year, I'd say, in Division II.
Yeah, absolutely. Rob's a great coach. Rob, he coached my daughter a few years ago and did an outstanding job. She had a great experience. Kids got a lot better.
Definitely knows the game. He's been around the game for 30-plus years and loves to coach.
Is he a Spalding graduate?
Yes, he is. Yep. I know that. I actually played a couple seasons of spring soccer with him a few years after he graduated for the Barry team. So he was a striker.
Yeah, I played against him as well. Good player.
Yep. Became a runner. Back then it was before he was a runner, but became a distance runner and kind of changed his style a little bit. And he was real strong and physical as a young player. He used his body well to seal people off and make plays and a powerful strike. Here's Wilcox on the far side. Looking for Pasco. Oh, nice give and go that time. Meredith Wilcox to Pasco. Here's Pasco. One defender beat, pulls the trigger, and over the crossbar.
She probably could have gotten a couple more touches on that and gotten a little closer. She put it on her favorite left foot, but just too much.
Yeah, Pasco's pulled the trigger, and I know she's had some success with that this year, but from a distance a few times this game. And utilize that speed, I think, if you have it. If you can get by that defender and give yourself a better angle, make it tougher for the keeper. Not only that, I think if you do beat your defender, you draw the weak side defense, and then anybody running that far post, that's when they get that free meal that I talk about.
Yeah, and or even putting her on her back, and funny things happen with feet in the box, and
Truth.
might end up with a free kick.
This one's going to go out of bounds, sideline. Hustling down to take the throw in will be Sigler.
Pulsfer was looking for somebody to throw to, couldn't find any feet, had to take what she had.
Cleared away by Biederman. Here's a chance. Haley looking for a through ball ahead, and good job by Petrella. Came out at just the right time there. She's learning.
Yeah, Haley got a little bit of space on Greta and was able to put that ball over. Great play by the keeper.
U-32 has North Country and Spalding coming up right here on October 1st. It's a game I'm pretty sure we'll be covering. Should be a good match. Comes out nicely for this one.
Yeah, it doesn't get much easier, does it, with those two?
Now, North Country always a good program.
Always plays these guys tough. Very physical.
Here is Cloutier. Here's a shot, and just wide right of the post.
That was a good bid from 25 yards out.
Here's that steady substitution from Coach Post. Keeping his players fresh. And it's Anna Ortiz and Emily Gianni checking in. Coach Town has to like having Noss back there, though. How reliable, just that player that you can count on at that center back spot. Takes goal kicks. And high soccer IQ.
Yeah, that certainly is the anchor back there, the rock, if you will. She does a great job, and not only that, just her leadership to for the other three backs that are there.
Here's Wilcox. Nice move, good seal. Pasco into the middle to Wilson. Here's the give and go. Looking for Pasco down the sideline, and great step in, step up by Tiltner. Good forward ball. Crossed into the middle. This is going to be a foot race. Great hustle by Emmons. Now let me see. Yeah, it is. Sylvia Emmons, the freshman. Getting first touch on that. Now, working through two defenders, gets past two, goes down, no whistle. The Stowe fans wanted it. This one goes over the sideline. It will be a Stowe throw-in.
I think they're lucky they didn't get a call right there.
Now, U-32's been playing a super clean. I don't know if I'm not sure if I remember a foul whistle on them, which may be too clean, Mike.
Yeah.
You have to play a little physical to bump the other team off the ball. And I'm not saying be dirty, but just to let them know you're there. If you're getting bumped around a little bit, it can be a difference maker. Pasco with a nice seal that time, cleared away by Sigler. And that was Anna Ortiz with the clear. Wilson ahead to Emmons. Emmons looking for Pasco, cleared away.
Well, 5 minutes left. They're going to have to start to throw some numbers forward to try to get the equalizer. This might be it here.
Let's see what Coach Town has up his sleeve. He had a couple good attacks by Nisha Stefani, so he brings her in to play up top beside Pasco. Looks like Claire Wilson's moving up into the right wing spot. Ball to Emmons over the sideline. Mash Curry looking into the middle. Played back onto the foot of Sigler. Mash Curry again. And great deflection. Here's Ellie Ortiz looking long down the far side. Looking for Bryan. Clayton's there, and she gets tripped up. Free kick for U-32.
Well, they got 4 minutes left here. They're going to have to try to figure this out. Looks like they got 3 front runners now. They pulled one of their back, so they're going to run with 3 in the back.
Just going to ask you, Coach, do you have that late game drill? Like, you know who you're going to pull up, and is the team ready for a situation like this? Or
yeah, those are things we have to go over in practice for sure. You know, we've gone over who goes forward, and let's hope it doesn't have to happen.
Right. That's right. You've literally only trailed this season for 1 second, and that was the final goal against Stowe in overtime. Here's Wilson. Player down for Stowe, and they're going to stop the clock.
Looks like that's the Anna Ortiz having a little trouble.
She'll be helped off. The difference between this and International and Premier League is they do stop the clock, so you don't see 12 injuries at the end of every match here in Vermont soccer.
Right, and they don't roll around so long on the ground either.
That's still my bucket list, is to get to England and hit 1, 2, or 3 on a week-long soccer excursion.
Well, you got my number. Give me a call.
I think that's Zach on Zach's list too, because he talks about it every week. So I'm going to wait till he's 21.
That'll be a lot more fun.
Yep. Checking into the game is Emily Gianni, and it will be a drop ball on the restart. This one over the sideline. Pulsifer will take the throw. Here's a chance for Haley. Noss gets the shot off, but wide left.
All right, let's get that ball in play and get it forward. Little urgency with the Raiders now.
Noss with a good long goal kick. Ahead, here's Wilcox. And good pressure by Moran. Haley plays it back. Looking for the give and go. Little's still right with her. Haley with a nice lob through ball. Petrella will come up to scoop it up. Nice touch by Mash Curry. Wilson wins the 50-50 ball. Here's a chance. Played beautifully by Tilgner. Clearing that one away. Stefani was right in her pocket. Wilcox to Pasco. Pasco, right-footed shot just over the crossbar. It was a beaut.
Another one of those 18-yard shots out. Less than 2 minutes, you got to take those.
That may have been the opportunity for U-32. Maybe one of the best looks they've had this game, straight on. This one's going to go over the sideline. It will be a Raider throw-in, U-32 Raider throw-in.
It's good to see the AD working as the ball boy right now, knowing they're a goal down.
Here's Noss. Good play forward. Here's a good ball. Bryan making the run. Clayton is there. This one cleared over the end line. The official is going to call it a corner. Better him making that call than me. That was a tough one. A lot of feet flying around that one.
Yeah, hit the flag when the flag's in play and went over the end line.
Stowe goes short corner. Here's Haley with a left-footed boot and finds the back of the net. Haley's hard work pays off as she puts Stowe up 2-0. To do with a shot that well placed. Again, a tough break for the U-32 Raiders. It's going to end up 2-0, but it was a tight game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that will do it. The Stowe Raiders beat the U-32 Raiders by a score of 2-0 and improved their record to 6-1. Mike, we do have one more order of business, and we have to choose our player of the game to get a CVTsport.net player of the game T-shirt from Tournament Specialties.
Yeah, I mean, she was marked out for the entire second half of the game and still found a way to find the back of the net. Sarah Haley.
Here we go. So congratulations, Sarah Haley. You were a threat and putting pressure on the U-32 defense the whole time, and you finished by putting a cherry on top of the ice cream sundae of the victory with that final goal. So congratulations. Mike, any final thoughts on this one?
Well, he's going to be happy with the way they played. They played tough for 80 minutes, and now he's got to figure out Spalding. I'm sure he's already thinking about it.
And certainly they play against each other probably in some spring soccer and over the winter basketball and hockey. So there's a lot of knowledge from team to team in those two groups. And I think Coach Town probably knows Coach Moran pretty well as well.
Oh yeah, they're very close. They no surprises between the two of them.
Right. Well, Mike, we hope we can have you back sometime soon. The long season here, and we enjoyed having you. And we'll try to schedule our broadcast around your practices a little better.
Well, thanks for having me, Carl.
Right. I'd like to thank Kenneth Brusso. This has been a CVTsport.net presentation. Final score, final time. It's Stowe 2, U-32 0. Have a good evening, everybody, and vaya con Dios. This has been a local sports video production brought to you by CVTsport.net, your local sports video leader. We'd like to thank our longtime partners, CVTV723.org, channel 192 and 194, Central Vermont Community Access Television, and Orca Media, Onion River Community Access Television in the greater Montpelier area is media for the people.
My daddy made this. Daddy!